Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really stoked. We're over 100 subscribers, which is awesome. Keep subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate all the support. So today we're gonna go over what I actually got in a DM over Instagram. Thank you, Chase, for the DM about confidence and self-confidence. I think it's something that's very important to life in general, but absolutely vital to professional athletes. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, how I've handled self-confidence and battled with self-confidence in the past, and that'll be the video. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, so first let's talk about definitions. So the definition of confidence, as I just typed it in on Google, is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in someone or something. So we talk a lot in soccer about self-confidence in the way that somebody takes somebody on one-on-one, or somebody has self-confidence to go in front of a crowd and speak. There's a lot of different ways that we can think about self-confidence. But what I want to talk about today is how to make sure and how to derive self-confidence out of the work that you've done outside of the activity that you're about to do. So how do we gain self-confidence from preparedness? All right, here we go. So when we think about confidence, we usually think about it in terms of balancing between arrogance and extreme humility. And I think that's why it's a balance, is because there's aspects of both that are part of this confidence and confidence in yourself. There's a quote that I have been living by since I was a high school student, probably sophomore year of high school, and it reads, "You will succeed by believing in your abilities." And I think that speaks directly to the way that we respond to ourselves thinking, hey, I got this is what I'm gonna do, I've done the work, I've put in the work, I know what I'm doing, and it allows me to execute that thing. In the context of soccer in this case, I worked my butt off all the way from the time that I figured, hey, I want to play professional soccer when I was 12 or 13, when it really got in my mind that this is what I wanted to do, up until now. So that includes running home from games that I didn't play on varsity in high school when I was a freshman, to training in the racquetball courts in college and putting that extra work in. And that is something that I constantly have to remind myself of when I'm on the pitch now as a professional player, and there's a lot of confidence and a lot of times arrogance on the field. So how do I combat that? I mentally internalize and I say, look at all this stuff you've done. Here are the positive things you can take from all the work that you've done. And you know in the back of your head, and I know in the back of my head, that when I step on that field, I'm prepared to be there. I've done the work. I've put in that extra mindset training, the stretching, the yoga, all these pieces that come down to this moment. Another example of something that's not related to soccer is public speaking. There was a speech that I made in front of a couple hundred people in college, and it was something that made me a little nervous. I don't get nervous usually speaking in front of people, but what I did was I prepared for it, and the night before that, I thought to myself, I said, look, remember all the time that you spent preparing for this speech. You memorized half of it, so you know how this is gonna go. It's really clean and cut, and the speech went great. So all I'm saying in this whole preparedness thing is make sure that you really internalize the work that you've done prior to this event that you're participating in, or the work that you're trying to do in a job or parenting or anything like that. Always remember to use the knowledge of your work and your work ethic and the type of things you've done to prepare for your event, whether that be a swim race, parenting, going out on the soccer pitch and performing there. Maybe it's performing in front of a college coach that you want to impress at a combine. All of these things are really important. So make sure that in the back of your mind, you're not thinking, I don't want to screw up. It's, look at all the times I succeeded when I was practicing this. That's going to be just as easy to do on the field because it's the same thing. So get out of your head a little bit and just try to relax and be in the moment, knowing full well that you have done the work to do this event. Finally, I'll leave you with one more thought. Oftentimes when you're in a really important scenario in life, the most important war that we wage in this world is the one between our ears. And that's something that's changed my perspective as I move into adult life. I'm 24 now, and I'm playing professional soccer in a foreign country. My parents aren't around. I don't have the friend support system that I have back in my hometown in Seattle. So using that as a way to think about, okay, if this is where most of the difficulty in my life lies, if I can get out of that mindset, it will set me up for success for the rest of my life, and I encourage you guys to do so. So meditate on it, know that you've put in the work, and again, be awesome, guys. All right, take care.